Hello, everyone, and welcome to this, our 4.5 roundup for Marvel Rivals. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming this next patch, this next Friday. Nate's here with me to discuss, as usual. It's just us two tonight. Hello, Nate. It's just us two tonight because it's been a little bit impromptu. It's not fallen as quickly and nicely as we usually do, but we're going to go through it all the same and see how we feel about all these changes, all these this new stuff coming, and of course, Daredevil, as well as some other things. Yeah. So, first off, we're going to go straight into the balance changes here. But pretty straightforward. So, Vanguard's first, as always, we have Angela here. The Hand of Heaven receives a slight boost to her sustained fighting power. I think, don't get me wrong, Angela can be annoying as is, but I don't think it's bad to give her a little bit more. Activating Divine Judgment increases axes of E-cores. Wow, that's a lot of words. Angela's bonus health from 30 per enemy hit to 40 and allies from 15 to 20. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think
it's difficult when you do it. With the ult, sometimes you can ult jump down and just feel like you're doing not much, or you just die.
Well, I think the thing is, for me as well, is that Angela, you've said this, you feel like she's very selfish character in the game, right?
Yeah.
And so to have something where she is giving a little bit more, overall to the team, even if it is just a smaller bit, I'm not against that. So that's good. I'm glad to see that. Yeah. Venom. Let's obviously we're quick firing these guys as well, just so you're aware. Venom's ultimate ability becomes more menacing for his foes. Feast of the Abyss now applies a 30% healing reduction to enemy hits.
Not necessary at all. Venom is already really strong tank. This is gonna his ult is gonna do a lot more, especially if you pair it with a rocket ult. You can bite through.
Well, you'll see what happens with rockets a little bit later in this, but I think what they're going for at the moment is a healing reduction meta. Because Blades obviously got that, a little bit of that. There's a few other things that are sort of similar, so it's interesting there. But that's the Vanguard changes. So no one nerfed this season, this half-patch Vanguard-wise, which is interesting in itself. Duelist, we've got Blade getting increased to his offensive prowess. Daywalker Dash, secondary attack range is increased, which is interesting. I think because they're wanting him to cover, because he's sort of that end of the mid-range to close-range character, isn't he? He needs to close that distance. So I get that they've done this to kind of allow for that last little bit of a gap to make sense. But Blade's already somewhat menacing if you've got a good one. I'm a little bit scared of this, but increase the duration of each slash speed attack gain during Bloodline Awakening. So that's actually that's less. Is that less? Increase the duration.
Speed attack. Yeah, I don't really know much about Blade, so
it sounds like it's because increase the duration means that it takes longer for each slash, right?
Maybe so, yeah.
But anyway, landing all 4 hits grants 1 slash speed stack, whatever that means.
I'm not too familiar with Blade's kit enough to know.
I think overall it means that he's stronger, but this sounds like they've slowed it down, but then given more if you get all the hits. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. I could be wrong on that. Sometimes the way these things are worded is so convoluted that you actually have to see it in game to understand what it means. And also because a lot of people don't actually know. They know the button. They know it's your E.
I know my E, my left shift.
You don't know what Bloodline Awakening is. You know what I mean? The Goddess of Death gets a slight survivability buff, reduce Astral Flock startup cast time after casting Hell against 25 bonus health. So that's her get out of dodge.
Shift,
So that's interesting. I'm not bothered by this necessarily because if Hell is already flying away, typically people are moving targets anyway. Because you have to go unless you're following the bird, of course. But either way, you're going to be unload into it. It's just going to get out of some situations.
Hate sometimes when you press it and she does that little animation before going into it, and that's when you die because you've pressed it.
Yeah, so they've done away with that. So it's actually it's more useful here, but not so annoying here in my head. Human Torch, Johnny sees a slight reduction in damage and mobility. I don't think this is unwarranted. No. He's been quite strong for a while, pretty much since after his first his release was obviously he's relatively weak, and then they amped him up, and then obviously since then he's been kind of dominating. So reduce fire cluster hit damage.
Attack is the issue.
Yeah,
because you weave melees weave melee attacks, and he moves so quickly. So reducing his movement speed is helpful.
Yeah, definitely. And Flyer Cluster now has 0.5 delay before ammo begins to replenish, so that's good as well. Iron Fist, Linlay's threat against high health enemies slightly increases. So basically, they're trying to tank bust, give it a little bit more tank bust capabilities here. Basically, he hits more when enemies have, higher damage, higher health, sorry. But yeah, I'm not against this. If it changes as they lose health anyway, it's just basically those initial few hits. So that's okay.
I think Iron Fist recently has been kind of a bit lost because
what initially is he a dive character?
Like
is he a Wolverine
initially he was
character?
dive, and then he was like, oh no, kill tanks, and now he's like, he's good.
Yeah. More crowd control from Mr. Fantastic. After successfully pulling an enemy with distended grip, the target is now afflicted with a 1-second immobilized effect.
Hate it.
Dear. As someone who plays Reed now and again, I think this is
great for Reed players.
Yes,
but great. Not great for anyone against Reed because that's the one he can grab 2 people with, right? So he can CC 2 people at the same time.
Yeah, and a second can be everything, right? If you've got a mine or something like that.
If an Iron Man ult is coming at you.
Yeah. Now this one is probably the most needed update of the patch. Melee attacks no longer stack sparks.
Yes, good
Because that was just like don't get me wrong, cool that people worked that out and did that, but it was just like that's not how she's meant to be played. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a point where a character's being made in a certain way and then they're not being used in that way. No longer replenishes during Dark Ascent. Added 1 second of cooldown to Dark Ascent as well, so she's less maneuverable and she doesn't get ammo back from it. I'm not against that. I think good Gene players will still be able to do good work with her, and the melee thing was just BS anyway. Size ultimate ability now is slightly more float and more sting. Reduced self-slow rate during Dance of the Butterfly from 30% to 15%. Increase each strike's damage from 150. So that means people stay in it for longer, is that right?
Self-slow. I think that's just how the thing between attacks, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
How quickly she attacks.
Oh, so she attacks more.
I think that's huge as an ult buff.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
even just the 20 damage is decent enough.
Do you know why I think they've done this? I think a lot of people now know to stay in a Psylocke ult. If there's like 60 of you, stay in it, bubble up, shield up, ult up, just and you'll be okay. So I think that's why they've done this, and I kind of understand it. It's going to be devastating. It's going to be as painful as normal in some circumstances, but in others, it's going to actually allow her to still be good with it, because the fact that she shares damage. If you've got an Adam on the enemy team, she's basically useless with that ult.
Yeah.
Okay, Cloak and Dagger. This is maybe one of the other best changes in the game. I know you used to be, well, you aren't. You do still have them a lot, but you used to play them a lot. So I know you hated this when they first did it. But I think everyone's sick of hearing
that's against the world.
Yeah, like, oh, we're boring. Calm time. No one wants, it stops the game.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that it takes a little bit longer. That's all I have to really say on that one.
I don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
It
just stops the game. It just really does.
It does. Unless you've got a Magneto who hits or a Punisher that hits it, it's just an immediate you don't do anything. You just stand out, and because once one side starts it, the other side always started as well. And at the exact same time, so it's just no one's doing anything for a whole. You're not even at least if yours didn't do it, you're getting killed, at least. You know what I mean? It's not even that. Our beloved Jeff survivability takes a hit, reduce the crit damage reduction from the. I don't know what this really means. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, so he takes less damage from crits. Normal people get 100% extra damage on a crit.
Yeah.
Jeff would only get 70% extra damage,
so now
but now he gets 50% extra damage. So critting Jeff does a lot less to him than other people.
I get it, because he's got such a big head.
Yeah.
I know it sounds stupid, but Jeff is an easy snipe, right?
Yeah.
So I get it.
You can hit body shots on Rocket. It's very hard to hit body shots on Jeff if he's looking at you.
Yeah.
Because his face is his body.
His body. Yeah. So I get that. Yeah. Actually, now that you've said that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Rocket's ultimate ability utility gets a boost. This is big. Rocket's going to be big. It's going back up to 40. It's going back up to 40.
That's what it was at the start of the game without the bonus health.
So now this is probably one of the strongest ults in the game, if I'm being completely honest. And I'm scared about it. We're going to see rockets all the time now.
You're going to see rockets paired with so many other ults as well. Like I was saying, the Venom ult, that's just good. That tears through support ult now.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Like, look at that. Like, that's disgusting. So that's going to be interesting to see play out. Ultron, the dials on Ultron's healing and ultimate ability uptime are being slightly turned back. So this is interesting. Basically, Ultron is still in the same position though, because he was always third healer and he's still third healer. Patch healing amount so this is interesting though, because this means that the bot on the main character is reduced by 5, but they've actually upped it. Oh no, and healing bonus to the followed allies, they've reduced it as well. Oh shit,
they fucked him. They've actually think
thrown him out. What they should have done here is, in my opinion, is lowered it on the main character and upped it on the ally, but they actually haven't. I read that the wrong way the first time I saw it.
And his ult takes longer as well. There is no point in playing Ultron anymore. Like that is just, you're not getting enough healing out of that.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, you're basically going to play him as a half DPS now, aren't you? You're like half DPS.
It's got to be third healer DPS.
Team abilities. Now, we'll probably come back to this a little bit because some of these obviously include new characters, including Daredevil, but we'll look at this quick while we're here. Daredevil gains, that's irrelevant because that's basically the same every time. New Justice sensibility through his team up with Daredevil.
There's essentially a new smoke grenade that kind of flashbangs them and he can see through walls and shit.
But I mean, it makes sense because he's already got a little bit of that anyway. So that makes total sense in my opinion.
And Daredevil and the Punisher teaming up is just iconic.
It's natural, So, Deep Wrath, we'll see some gameplay of this in a little bit, but Name now gains the title Dirge ability through his team up with Hela.
It's crazy.
I don't think it's worse than the one previous though.
No, it's the Gamma Squid gun is great.
Because Gamma Squid, you throw it out, it locks onto someone, and it just keeps going and pumping and pumping. Yeah. Whereas this, it takes a little bit more thought, I think.
Yes.
At least that's how I see it. So we'll see how that goes. But Magic's threat level has been reduced in the team up. They increased the cooldown and slow effect at maximum range. So like basically, that was a really, really powerful team up for Magic. And she's already pretty strong this season as is. So I like seeing that being slightly reduced.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I don't think it's going to kill it. I think it's still going to be useful.
No.
Obviously, the Gamma Squid's gone, and the Rebirth is gone. Which, to be honest, I'm surprised that stayed as long as it did, because it's probably the least used team up in the game.
Yeah.
Because I find Thor dies, and you never see a Hela go, right, well, let me lock in. Like, you know,
let me get a kill real quick.
Yeah,
like they were already trying to get a kill. It's
sometimes it's cool, but it just happens. Yeah. So that's that, and that's pretty much the roundup for the season. I don't think I'm necessarily angry with any of those. I think I'm actually more positive with those than anything else. So
I just think Ultron's is probably the worst of all of them.
Yes, but Ultron was. It's not really changed his position though. He's still the worst healer, and he's still a third healer. So like, yes, he's worse than he was, but he's actually not changed in terms of his ranking anyway. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Let's look at this. This is exciting. I am in the way, but obviously on the left hand side here we have. In fact, I'll close it until we've looked at those. We have Daredevil. And his new costume, which we'll see again in a bit, a new Maestro costume, and a new event, which is the Jade Skulls of Kunlun. And then I'll zoom in now. We have the new costumes for Squirrel Girl and Thor, Formula R. Now, this is interesting. A mystery mode, which is going to be announced, I think, on the 17th.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be announced on the October 17th at one of the like esports events.
Right.
But what my thing with this, though, is, and I don't know if this is just me, or maybe I'm being a little bit. Maybe this will be cool, right? But I'm just kind of the opinion we've just got Resource Rumble. We've got one map for Resource Rumble. You've not even made it in that map into comp yet, and you're already making another mode. And like, I'm not against it if it's really cool. Obviously, I'm going to enjoy a mode still. But I think if you've just made another mode and you only have one map for it, you should really put a few more maps in and also. We were talking about this Doom match. You knew I was going there because we were talking about this the other day. There's only one map for Doom match still. So I feel like they could have really expanded a little bit out with the other. I'm not against another mode, to clarify. But I just think expand a few maps into the modes you have currently before you do another mode. But also great that they keep trying to innovate the game. So it's like hard to like tell them off for it, if you know what I mean. But
It could be like a limited time mode, like
that's the thing too.
Jeff
it could be
one that was the little snow one where you had to paint the floors. Yeah, that was
it
fun.
could be. It could be like a Halloween one. It could. That's what they could be doing because Ajax,
which I hope they do.
Ajax, who was actually, Ajax has been on this before for those watching at home, but he was talking about a zombie horde mode, and to be honest, it's the perfect time for it. Could it be that? Could it be like some kind of zombie horde PvE mode?
That'd be cool. I would love to see zombies in.
But, I mean, it's the right time because they're making as well. Obviously, Voyage to Astonish and Midnight Mayhem costume. I don't know why I couldn't say that. So we have Blade, Moon Knight from What If, and then we have 4 kind of Halloween skins, 2 kind of Day of the Dead inspired skins with Namor and Penny, and then Jeff as a pumpkin, which I think they're actually all really cute. I like that they've done.
I love the pumpkin Jeff.
I love that they've done 2 sides of it here. I love that they've done the kind of fun, cute Halloween style that you see when like kids are going out trick or treating kind of vibe, and then you've got like the next 2, which are Man Spider and Scarlet Witch, which those two are like instant buys, right? Like no doubt in my mind.
Spider-Man, but I want that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same. And then this is very exciting. Both you and I pinged our respective Discords about this one. An Iron Man skin where he's not in the suit. It's going to be really cool seeing like what he actually like. We've seen it in one of the MVPs, but like seeing him like actually as he is and kind of seeing what he's like outside the armor is going to be a really cool. Yeah, I love it when they do that with the characters. You were saying this about the Psylocke skin, which we'll get to in a little bit, but it's cool when they change like the weapons to something else, and it's cool when they do stuff like this. So seeing something that's like so different, like it's when like when they did the Eddie skin, and it was you saw actually Eddie. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't the best skin in the game, but it was still cool to see. Jade Scrolls of Kunlun. We are going to go through the past in a little bit, but these are the 3 skins from it. The image is a little bit blurry on here, so I might show you guys in a bit. But the Storm skin, do you know what it reminds me of? I don't know how much you know of League, but there's a character in League called Soraka, and it really reminds me of her. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why. She's got a horn on her head and she's purple. So it's like pretty much this. But like I just love that kind of vibe. And you were saying about maybe having like a fantasy season, like a medieval season, and like an Avengers kind of like where I actually would love it to be like a Morgan Le Fay season where she puts them in the medieval, because that has happened in the comics. So that would be a really cool season to do. Cool. She's linked to Doom as well in the comics. So I would love that as a cool concept down the line.
Good work,
Psylocke. Now you don't love this one. I don't mind it. I'm not like, oh my gosh, it's the best skin ever. But I do get what you're saying in terms of it's for a cyberpunk concept. It's not the most out there they could have went with.
Yeah, because I originally thought it was part of the Formula R, like the racing ones. I thought it was the same brand as them, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. When you said it was $20.99, I was like, that's very tame for a $20.99.
Yeah, they could have had some more robot parts on her, I think.
Yeah, considering every other one is like robotic.
Even the Emma one that we just got, it's got like like she's robotic down. Like if you look at her legs, she's got like the lights running down her legs and stuff like that. And then that Spider-Man skin, I'm not even going to really talk about it because it's just a recolor, really, in the nicest possible way. These 2 I actually really love. That's probably the first Squirrel Girl skin where I'm like, actually, I really love that. I don't mind that at all. Thor already has kind of casual skins, but I'm okay with another one.
Yeah, I don't mind either of those.
Yeah, they're cool. This may be the best skin they've ever made for the game.
I don't think I'd like rush to buy them, but like,
you mean this?
I'd be like, cool. Yeah. They were there. Cool.
This is maybe the best skin they've ever added to the game. I'm sorry.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
I love it. I'll show you guys. We'll show it in a bit. Maestro, of course, there as well. We'll go up to these 2 recolors are really good as well.
Yeah, the one on the left is. I think that's the best recolor in the game.
I actually think it's this one, and I'll show you in a little bit. But I like the white on it. We'll go through here. So obviously that's the base. That's the recolor, the base recolor, and then that's the one from getting to gold in the season. And I think just adding the white gives such a cool samurai vibe. It looks so samurai, and I think that's definitely the
best comp skin.
That's the best comp skin, and that you are right what you're saying, that the recolors
best recolor.
Well, I will say I like the Fantastic Four recolors more because it gives you their base kind of blue instead of the white and blue. But other than them, this for sure.
Yeah.
And what I was saying about this one, I said to you on your stream the other day, what I like about this one is it shows that his body isn't necessarily as bulky as this portrays. And so when we do get like maybe a really, really comic accurate kind of like first ever, like, what do they call it? Like a classic skin. Yeah. It's going to have a lot more of a sleeker physique. And I'm really happy about that, because I think having two kind of fronts of Daredevil, like this is more like the MCU Daredevil in a way, right? In a little bit, whereas this gives you the sense of how it could look for the 2099 one. Looks a lot more like if you had a classic one. Love Maestro's
cool as fuck.
I don't love either side, if that makes sense. I know you spend most time as this anyway. I don't necessarily love this, and I don't necessarily love the Unibrow.
I like all three of them. I do. I think that's that. The one on the right gives me Old Man Logan style.
Well, it's very similar. It's the same period. They're pulling from the Wastelanders here. I'm surprised we haven't had Old Man Logan confirmed as one of these skins for the Wastelanders, because we've got Old Man Hawkeye, which obviously, actually interestingly, there's in Marvel's Avengers, the game that's now defunct, they did use Maestro as one of the characters in the game as a villain, and Old Man Hawkeye basically, well, it's actually our Hawkeye, but like Old Man Hawkeye
I do remember
against that. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate them. I just think like the best part of the skin is actually the main Hulk in that, and then there's a better look at the ones there. You are right. Look. By the way, so Formula R is definitely a.
It is Formula R. Yeah.
So Formula R is 2099, but different. Is maybe the idea.
Futuristic racing.
Yeah,
thing?
Maybe they're doing it like that. Maybe they're kind of doing like it's still 2099, but it's like specifically a racing theme of 2099. Because if you look at the background, that's still the future.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Okay, well that I don't mind too much. Then I think this skin goes up in my opinion for that.
Like, let's have a look at this, because I don't know if you've seen all this. So
it does say Formula on here.
So there's a little hand icon,
really
and
cool.
this.
Oh, that's cool.
The Spider-Man pointing beam. So that's cool. New spray, some storm emojis there, which are cool. There's the Spidey skin. So it looks like they're doing a lot more, obviously, emotes and banners and stuff. That's a really cool nameplate there.
Yeah.
This one.
The cinema.
I love it. Absolute cinema. Like, you can't even. I don't like. That's maybe the best thing they've ever added to the game.
Yeah, I like when they. Well, that's why I quite liked the Hella one where she did the pointing. It's a reference, and I like that.
I like that they're being so silly with this, because I genuinely would never have believed they'd do that, considering the game is obviously part Disney. If you know what I mean, like Disney owns it. So for them to meme so heavily in this is like crazy to me.
It's really fun.
Yeah. Obviously, there's spray
coming soon.
Yeah, so they don't put everything in the base. Spray. These look so cool. These are the moods that you put on your profile, but they're so cute.
Yeah,
I love them a lot. There's 2 sets. It looks like. Look at that one. Do you see the one where it's like depressed?
That's kind of cool.
And then there's some more ones.
Great.
And then Storm, this is maybe her best skin now. And she's already got some really good ones.
That's insanely cool.
Yeah, there's her with the bat.
Oh, she does that's so cool. She does the little bat trick. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. That's actually really sick. Yeah. Orochi.
And then we're going to... I think that what we're not seeing is Storm's MVP earlier on in this. I think that's what one of the coming soons is, but look at this. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's really cool. So
so
that's that. Obviously, that's really cool. Loving that. Right, Daredevil stuff now. So there's Daredevil's Lord icon. Love that.
Sick as fuck.
Yeah. That's obviously cool as well. Not unexpected. Basically, exactly as I expected it to look. And then here's his default emote. Just him fighting a little.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
The default emotes are never like...
Yeah, they're never anything crazy. Right, have you seen this?
Yeah, I have.
This is so cool. The 2099, like... Just quintessentially Daredevil.
Yeah.
In every way.
that's pretty cool.
And even though it's 2099, it's still just glorious.
Yeah.
There's this. That's the select animation, is it?
Yeah.
So that's
the select animations are fine.
Some of them are just as cool. I wish they would give those as like the MVP if you want.
No
to
one else
it.
sees them. Yeah.
Because like, look at that. That's so cool.
I kind of expected it to be blowing up a bubblegum bubble when she's flying through the air. Then.
So here's the final screens for the MVPs for the others that we haven't actually seen yet. Cool. But like,
because Storms is all about that.
She's one of the avatars of the cities, basically. Yeah. So that's really, we're going to see the other skins of those eventually. I'm wondering how many more of them are going to be free, because Storm's skin is free. That's the really cool thing. So that's obviously a great thing.
That's the best one. So that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think this spider one's okay. I'll probably put it in my rotation, but I'm not like loving it. Anyway, this is a bit better look. So I actually think this is like incredibly sleek.
I like it.
I was actually worried about the shoulder pads, because shoulder pads can be so stupid in games sometimes, and they actually did it okay. So I'm pretty happy about that. Here's the proficiency stuff for this season. Obviously, it doesn't show it that well there, but this is the borders that we get.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, because we'll get Angela and then
season,
there's Hulk, and he's got an unworthy emote.
Yeah, that's cool.
What people don't realize with Hulk skins, by the way, because we've not got many Hulk skins, is that they're 3 skins in one.
Yeah.
Hulk and Magic skins take a lot longer because they have to do 2 skins for every one.
Yeah.
And I think people forget it. That's hilarious.
And different emotes as well.
Yeah. So here's Daredevil's abilities. So what I've actually saw is his deflect is actually pretty much a better version of Cap's shield.
It deflects everything.
Yeah, it deflects everything. Like you can everything. You can stop an Iron Man ult. You can stop Magneto.
Moon Knight Unk.
Yeah, like
you can stop rocket healing bubbles.
Yeah.
You can send healing bubbles back, or healing from Cloak and Dagger back, and it will heal your teammates. It turns whatever you hit back. It's crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy. I love it.
So like the fact he has 2 hits here as well. Justice Jab and then Righteous Cross. He also has the ability to grapple in. He has sort of like a read based, like, but also, well, actually, it's more like the Widow one, where she hits someone first to do it, but she can move in on the target after that. So it's a little bit like that.
Yeah,
he's got the ability to walk on walls. He's got like,
you can use it to grapple yourself as well.
Yeah,
you can use it to throw like. Just as movement, or you can use it to bring in someone.
It's like cool as hell. So
I've seen him fight flyers, and he can can take out flyers.
Yeah, so it's going to be cool to see it in action. But I'm not going to go way into detail on this. But it's very cool to see. It's also nice to see that he's not the most difficult character in the game. No, because he looks like a difficult.
I'm glad he seems really tough. Yeah, because I think they need someone to come in and be like, this is a threat. Like, this isn't someone who's and it's Daredevil. He's like a huge fan favorite character. That's to not make him super strong. Yeah, I think would be a bit of a letdown.
Exactly. So here we get some of the abilities. So this is his radar sense. First off, we need to talk about the fact that they've made it really cool by making it like a certain radius he can see within, and then outside of that, you can still see as a person, but like it's meant to be like darker, which is really cool. But yeah, you can see people within a certain radius.
Meters. And then,
so if you want to chase someone,
you can see invis.
Yes. Yep.
Which is sick.
Yeah, it is. Cling to walls and spring off them to reposition. So he's got a little bit of that Spidey shit in him. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Swing Billy clubs forward. Yep.
Just his primary,
And then cross Billy clubs and surge forward. So cool. Objection.
What a name for it.
But even the animation of it, though, is just so... It's very anime, isn't it?
Yeah.
In a really cool... But it gives that kind of athleticism to him that I think so many versions of him usually miss. So he builds Fury, and then he can use it to do certain things with it, so...
Yeah, cool. The slam, which is like an AoE, and the throw is like a... It pings, it's like a Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Things between.
It's got it's sort of Moon Knight-y in a way. Devil's Latch. Bam. Or otherwise, he can use it to.
You also get a Righteous Cross from that as well.
Yeah. Once it cools down here, he can use it to pull up to something as well. So that's going to be great for getting out of situations.
Yeah.
Sonic Pursuit, locks onto a target, getting increased speed and damage reduction when attacked.
Wild.
It's going to be great for getting to snipers.
Yeah.
Melee attack. I like that it's more boxer style here.
Yeah. It doesn't use the clubs.
Yeah.
It's faster than his primary as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, I probably not as much as damaging, but I think it's interesting that it looks more like a boxing style.
Yeah.
Let the devil out. And he makes people, I think they can't see as well, right?
Yeah, so the longer you look at him, it does damage when you look at him.
Yeah.
You get a blind effect, and
Take damage
you gain fury, so you do more.
That's so cool.
I think if I remember correctly as well, I think you gain bonus health when you're attacking people in that.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Could be wrong about that one, but yeah, it's insane.
And then blind verdict, which is obviously Punisher's thing. Yeah. So that's that. Okay, cool. Let's
Can't wait to play him.
Up.
That might be the first meta character I actually learn.
So that's his stuff there. There's more stuff I want to show. Where am I? Maybe I need to go on to the other. There we go. So XOX Leak is the other for. I should say, by the way, Miller Ross is who I usually use for all this stuff. And obviously XOX Leak is a good one as well for this stuff. We're going to move down. Yeah, so there's a look of Daredevil being able to hang from walls. Love that.
It's cool.
It's just thematic, isn't it?
Aura.
Yeah, aura farming. Where am we looking for this? I was looking for the team ups. Can't see them. There's also some really good lines between Daredevil and so I can't see them. They must have.
A few of the characters, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, basically, Hela and Namor. Namor does a surge of water, and then Namor he gets squids based on that. Who he kills with it. Yeah. Some stuff's missing here, but I think that's pretty much, to be fair, we've covered most of the stuff there anyway.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with, I think, you know what? I think this is probably the biggest, okay, Phoenix, cool. That's what I'm looking at. I think it's the best probably release of a character so far, in terms of, I think this is a character that everyone's wanted from the off. Don't get me wrong, I think every other character has been wanted to some degree, but I think Daredevil is a huge one off the list. And obviously, we do have, I forgot to say when we were looking at the list earlier of what's upcoming next, we do have the date for season 5 now as well, being November 14th. Ooh. So keep an eye out for that.
Dragon, what's that? So how long does it last? 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So after that is 21st, 28th. So we get another season like towards Christmas time.
I think it's just before Christmas. You're talking probably like the 14th again, maybe. Well, it'll be 0.5. It'll be 5.5, but wait. So 1 second. Let me just look at that again because I'm talking shit. Maybe 14th November, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 12th, sorry, not the 14th. I was looking at the wrong month. 12th of December is probably 5.5, which is perfect because it means that they can tie you over right into the new year without like going, oh, guys, we're not going to do it. I mean, they're a Chinese company, so it'll be a little bit different for them anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see if they do another winter event because obviously we're getting on the game's anniversary as well. You have to remember that.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how that's going to look.
They've got to do like something for that, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, Overwatch did a anniversary event each year. I can't see them not doing one for this game. Considering they're like direct competitors, so to speak. But yeah, I think some of the best cosmetics they've been putting in the game, and I know we've said some aren't maybe as great as others, but definitely some of the best cosmetics. I think Daredevil is probably one of the most anticipated characters to be added to the game so far. Excited for season 5, and generally decent changes to characters. So I think it's actually going to be a very good. Yeah. It's like a keeping the status quo patch for me. I don't think it's going to change anything drastically. I don't think it's going to upset anything, and just more stuff to enjoy, basically. Excited to see what 5 is, because I think they're saying that obviously people are rumoring for a long time it's going to be Gambit and Rogue, so that's going to be really interesting if those characters are.
Yeah, because there's all like leaks about the Season of Love thing.
Yeah, which is going to be interesting because this is what I always find a little bit weird. It almost seems like every year so far we've had a season that's just slightly off from another, like Season of Love. Sort of, you'd have thought that would be like February time. So it's like I think they've almost had all these seasons planned out forever, and they kind of had anticipated for it to go longer. Because if you remember, they were saying about the seasons being not 2 months prior; it was like 3 months. So this would have took us into that time. But I think because they've reduced everything down, you're getting a season that technically was going to be a February season, but is now ahead of time, if you know what I mean. So
yeah, but I mean,
we'll still have Valentine's event and stuff probably, but you know what I mean, like, yeah. So
it might even be somewhat better with having like the season
before
now, and then you've got a little event, because then you've also got Rogue and Gambit, potentially Rogue and Gambit now, and other characters coming through, and then when that Valentine's event, if and when it does hit, you've got more people to give things to.
Well, that's the thing, because if you think about it, in the game now, we've currently got the couples of Reed and Sue, and that's sort of it. There's no other couples in the game currently. Well, Iron Man and Emma technically in the comics
at points,
sorry, I lied. Bucky and
Wolverine.
Well, yeah, but also Bucky and Widow. I forgot about them.
Yeah,
I forgot about them. But yeah, so we shall see how that goes when we get to season 5. But Nate, thank you for joining.
Black Panther.
Storm, Black Panther. Yes, of course. Sorry, I'm missing all these options.
Oops. Cloak and Dagger.
Oh my gosh, am I stupid? Okay, I've shown myself up now. We're going to leave it there. Nate, thank you for joining as always for this. We'll be obviously back for both looking at the season. Now, I will let you guys know that I am not going to be. I am a little bit behind this coming weekend, so you will not see content straight away from me for. I know it's upsetting me for 4.5. They're probably talking Saturday evening. I know it sounds weird to tell people, because it's like that thing. Do you know when they mock people on social media when they go like, "Oh, guys, I'm going to be away for a few hours," and it's like no one cares. I care, okay? I'm not going to be there for the release of season 4.5, but I will be back a little bit later on that weekend to cover it. So until then, and then obviously after that, onwards to season 5. Yay! Yeah. So Nate, thank you again for joining.
No worries.
Thank you for those watching at home. If you like this, subscribe, share, like, comment, notification bell, all the things. Bye, guys.